This is a paid program. JJ Publicidad, EMR, and its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guest.
Are you looking for awareness, motivation, inspiration, or just some feel-good talk radio? If so, you've come to the right place. Dr. Nancy knows how to do just that. With her extensive experience and knowledge, she is dedicated to providing care, health, and wellness information and education to the greater Phoenix metropolitan area and beyond. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Dr. Nancy knows. Starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning, February 6, 2021. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. I sure did. Life is busy, busy, busy. Yes, it is. Listen, I'm your celebrity medical doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show, where I bring on experts, guests that are experts in their field of industry. They come on the show to tell us what they are doing, their journey, how they're giving back in the community, and we're super excited to have our upcoming guest on the show as well. Now, each month we also feature a celebrity, and no, not just any kind of celebrity. Again, we'd like to know their journey and how they're giving back in the community at large. Here at Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show, we are multicultural. This is a platform to bridge all of the gaps of disparity and just bridge unity and unite the nation. It just takes the power of one. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. I'd like to thank our sponsors of Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show, eMotion Radio. Thank you, Javier, Julian, and Veronica. You guys have an amazing production team, and I'm so blessed to be a part of it. We're streaming live. We're streaming live right now on eMotion Radio Facebook, Dr. Nancy Knows Facebook Live, as well as drnancyknows.com, live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Central Time. Now listen, we are also on TuneIn and Spotify podcasting too. Maggie's Makeup. If you like how I look every week, because I do, she works her magic. Maggie's Magic. I love how she makes me look, and if you like this look, you can have it as well. She does special events, ceremonies, whatever it is that you need to look your best. Maggie Gorin. She can be reached at 480-669-6452. Thanks, Maggie. Our folks at RN Electric, thank you for supporting the talk show and Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine as well. Profit Laser Lipo, Gary Charlson. Hi, Gary. Our friends at Ally Spine Center, that is Dr. Christopher Condon. He's going to be on the show in February, on February 20th, so you don't want to miss this doctor who is a chiropractor. Yes, February 13th, actually, that's next week. He's coming up next week, and he takes special care of your spine, so it's spinal health. You don't want to miss out next week what he has to say on how to maintain good spinal health. He's integrative, alternative, and he's a wonderful person. Also, our guys at Actives, that is David Brown, CEO of Actives, Coco Gonzalez. What is Actives? Well, stick around. This month is power-packed with expert guests in their field of industry. Actives are epigenetics supplementation line. And if you don't know what that is, continue to listen to Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show, and we'll fill you in as well. Our guys at Sonoma Oral Facial Surgery, that's Lynn and Peter. You know, our sponsor and supporter list gets larger and larger, and again, I'm just so grateful to be able to bring awareness every week to you all, listeners and viewers. We have an incredible lineup of guests and celebrities that want to offer a hand up. They want to share their journey. We are here to instill hope, motivation, inspiration, and lead with love. Thank you. Listen, let's talk about current events. We're going to talk about February. February 1st to March 1st is Black History Month. Black History Month is celebrated across the country in other states, Canada, Ireland as well, at different times. But here in the United States, it's February 1st through March 1st. But I say, let's celebrate Black History Month every day. It doesn't have to be a particular month. African Americans in this country have had struggles along the way, and we've had some great pioneers that have paved the way to make a difference, to bring forth equality. Now, a lot of work has been done, but there is much still to be done. So support a Black-owned business, a Black museum, read more history about our Black culture, and also donate to a nonprofit Black organization. These are all ways that are paying it forward to gain a better understanding of what it meant for our forefathers to have struggled to make a way for us African Americans today. I don't certainly think that I'd be in this position to bring you credible, palatable, sincere information every Saturday if it wasn't for the work, dedication, All right, let's talk about COVID. I do have one quote that we're going to be doing every week through the entire month of February, and it is by an activist, Rosa Parks. And there's a quote that I'd like to have put up, and it reads, "You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right." And we're going to have a quote every week moving forward through the month of February. Rosa Parks, we salute you. COVID. The number of cases in the United States has grown to 26.7 million. Worldwide, that's over 105 million cases. However, we do have the vaccine out, and there are two current manufacturers, pharmaceutical companies, Moderna and Pfizer. Now, they have to be kept at sub-below temperatures, and they're delivered in two separate doses to get the full effect of them. They are currently being distributed in phase 1 through C currently. We've not reached phase 2, they're parts of, and certainly not phase 3 yet. Phase 3 is going to be rolled out to the general population, and that hasn't taken place yet. But we are taking care of our first line health care providers, our elderly, nursing home individuals. That's what we're taking care of now. And with new leaders and administrators in our country now, we are opening up more and more facilities, stadiums. The NFL have opened up all 30 of their stadiums to provide rapid COVID vaccination to the masses. So yes, look into your local government websites to see where those facilities may be for you. There are a number of deaths, but trending down. U.S. is over 456,000 to this day, and then worldwide is over 2.2 million. There is another player, another pharmaceutical that has submitted for emergency authorization of use for the COVID vaccine, and that's Johnson & Johnson. I do want to give you some facts on that. It is going to be stored in a regular refrigerated component, so no special freezers needed for this particular vaccine, and it's just one single dose. Now, it's written and stated that it's going to be about 72% effective, but the manufacturer is also saying that it treats about 85% of the most harmful or the most common COVID symptoms. So stay tuned for that as well. Now, we do have mutations of this virus, but the official CDC and the World Health Organization are stating that our vaccine, the COVID vaccines, should be effective against these new mutations that are out there from the UK and also Africa. Hey, listen, I am going to be a guest on the East Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce coming up on February 17th, and I am welcoming all of you all to come out and sign up to visit, to be a part of this webinar. It's the Women's Innovative Networking Group. I had been asked to speak at their engagement, and for more information and to sign up, please go to my website, drnanciesintegrativemedicine.com, and it begins on February 17th at 9 a.m. Mountain Central Time. If you scroll all the way down on my website, you will see a blog post there. Scroll down, and there it is. If you tap on that link, it'll take you to where you can go and register as well. Perfect. Listen, our guest up next is going to be Sofia Mariscales, and you don't want to miss the exciting information that she has to share with all of us. I personally know her. She's a friend. She's a colleague. She's an amazing woman. She makes me be a better person, and I do believe everyone that encounters her walks out with valuable information, and there's just feel so much better after encountering Sofia. When we come up after the break, Sofia Mariscales will be with us to talk to us about how she's built her Empower and how she has channeled a lot of that energy into building and empowering women such as myself. Listen, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine has revamped and revised her membership plan. It is NG Care's membership healthcare plans, and it includes access to primary care services to manage acute and chronic diseases, 24/7 access to telemedicine, transitions of care from hospital or physician to physician. And interestingly enough, NG Cares also offers chiropractic services. So with this plan, you can get 12 chiropractic visits in a year. It includes your immunization, so that would include vaccines for phase 3 individuals. That would include flu shots, which we're in flu season, so if you've not gotten your flu shot, that is highly recommended that you do so. And also with NG Cares, it also provides you individuals and small business owners as small as 2 employees all the way up to 50 with healthcare essentials. So that includes paycheck protection plan such as hospital bridge, accident, short-term disability, and life. So for more information, you can go to ngcares.com or give us a call at 480-669-6452. Some of the other specials that we have going on at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, because February 14th is around the corner, ladies, we do have a $25 complimentary gift card to be used for any services or most services at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine she works with, or I work with, aesthetic healthcare. So if you're interested in improving your skincare or, improving fine lines, there is Botox, fillers, facials, as well as waxing services too. So yes, if you're interested, give us a call or go to Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine and schedule a visit online today. Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine offers COVID rapid testing as well. I know that the vaccine is available to most, and the states are opening up all the time of more and more access to individuals. But for individuals that are traveling, for individuals that need a return to work or having elective surgeries, rapid COVID testing is available at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, both blood antibody and antigen. Good morning, everyone. So yes, be the change that you wish to see in the world. It only takes one. It only takes one. Our world, our nation is in turmoil, and with new administration, change is constant. Being a part of the solution is paramount, and doing what is your civil duty, practicing social distancing, protecting yourself, wearing a face mask, that is everything that it stands for to be an American citizen. Being here in the United States is a privilege, and we all need to do our part to protect one another. Check on your loved ones, check on the elderly. We all need one another at the end of the day. Coming up, you don't want to miss Sofia Mariscales. She is going to be here to share with us her journey, how she has overcome some challenges in her life that has empowered her to give back and empower other women. She's a personal friend of mine. We'll be right back with Sofia Mariscales.
You don't want to miss what's coming up next because Dr. Nancy knows. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Are you a business owner looking for ways to invest in your staff's health? Their well-being is key to a long-lasting employment life. NG Care's healthcare membership packages allow you to leverage pre-tax dollars and applicable tax health incentives. Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy of Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, introducing NG Care's healthcare membership packages to include primary care and injury office visits, management of acute and chronic disease, 24/7 telehealth services, preventative care, labs, immunizations, and chiropractic office visits. You receive discounts on diagnostics and services offered at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine as a preferred member. Combine this with paycheck protection plans such as accident, short-term disability, hospital bridge, and a life insurance is priceless. 2 plans to choose from, Elite and or Pro. Packages starting at as low as $225 a month. Remember, NG cares about you. For more information, you can go to ngcares.com or call us today at 480-669-6452.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy. Welcome to our clinics. We believe that personalized care and relationship building are the basis of improving health outcomes. At Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, you gain healthcare providers who take the time to understand your health goals and find solutions. We offer optional medical memberships, giving you peace of mind and quality care. We provide both medical and aesthetic services in 2 Arizona locations. We practice the highest standards of patient care. We respect patients' rights. We safeguard patient confidences. We treat patients with compassion. You are invited to call the office to schedule an appointment or at a time that is convenient for you. Call to schedule 480-669-6452 or visit our website at drnancysintegrativemedicine.com.
Hello, I'm your celebrity medical doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. We are looking for expert guests in their field of industry to include, but not limited to, finances, senior living, real estate, hospitality, entertainment, nonprofit. If this sounds like you, we want to hear from you. You can reach us at drnancyknows.com and fill out the form to be considered. Remember, it's not only what Dr. Nancy knows, but it's who she knows.
You're listening to Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. Ask your questions now. Dr. Nancy is listening.
Good morning, everyone. Listen, I am back. I'm super excited to introduce you to our next guest. Oh my goodness, Sofia Mariscales. Okay, I just want to do a brief introduction to her. It's not going to do her full justice, but she's here and she's going to tell us a little bit more as well. She's an entrepreneur extraordinaire, mother, daughter, wife, widowed at age 25, founder of Empower of Wellness. She's had that for 13 years. She's developer and founder of Creando Alliances. She is a living purpose of She is living in purpose to uplift and inspire and empower women. Without further ado, I'd love you to meet Sofia Mariscales. Sophia.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Nancy. So excited to be here with you.
Thank you.
First time on your show. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
New project, and you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
I actually got to hear when you were barely starting with it and see your emotion and see you doing it now. Makes me really happy.
Oh, I'm taking some notes from your page as well. And, I often say on the show, too, surround yourself with individuals that you admire and most want to see yourself in. And you're one of them.
Oh, thank you.
And you make me better, and you make me want to do better. And I know that generally everyone that's in your presence feel the same way.
Oh, my goodness. Coming from you, those words mean a lot. Trust me. They're very, very special. I actually love and enjoy being around women. I think we can learn so much from each other when we're willing to leave the ego and the competition aside. And I think that's a lot of what I do. I surround myself with women that are even more talented than what I am because I love learning from them. And we all have so much to share.
That's exactly right. We'll get into how we met in a bit, but a lot of what you say is what you do. And that's so important because some people are disconnected. They don't always do what they say. And you do. And you're right, leaving the ego behind, because at the end of the day, we're human. Mm-hmm. Human beings, we're looking for a connection. And we're looking for growth in one another and to edify one another and be each other's cheerleaders. At the end of the day, that's really what counts. And if you don't have that connection, then that relationship doesn't build.
I agree. And I think in a way we come with the mission of creating something or doing something. And I love helping. I love if I can do anything to help or facilitate the process of someone achieving something. I find joy in that. And whatever I've learned, if it helps you or if I know someone that can help you, I just love connecting those dots.
Well said. And I know that everyone's journey has really molded them and inspired them and empowered them to do more. And you're no exception. So, tell us what has fired you up to be the person that you are today.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Nancy. Well, first of all, I love what I do, and life wasn't always this way. I actually was very blessed to find the love of my life at 18. Can you imagine that? Wow. Finding that perfect someone and falling in love, getting married. And we were blessed with a baby girl very, very soon in our marriage. And I thought, that was happiness. I thought that was going to be forever. And sometimes we think that. And I was happily married for 7 years, dedicated to my family. He was the provider. He was older than me, so he allowed me to stay home and just be mom. But sometimes things happen, and we're never prepared to see our life collapse in a second. And that's what happened to me. My husband told me one day, hey, I'll be back later tonight. He went out to work, and he never came back. And he, not because he didn't want to, but sadly he had an accident and he passed away. And I was 25 years old with a baby girl who was 7 months old, Sofia, Chris, who was only 2 years old, and Nailea, who was 6. So you can only imagine how
devastating.
Oh my goodness. my perfect world collapsed in 1 second, and it changed everything. And seeing myself alone with 3 kids that depended fully on me, I realized that, just for dedicating myself to my family, I didn't finish a college degree. I started it, but didn't finish it. I never had the need to work. And now I had to, and I had to be the only provider. And that's how my entrepreneurial journey starts, if you want to see it that way. It's a mom who had 3 beautiful reasons why I had to just find the way to get ahead. I cried for a year after that accident and losing my husband. And I didn't know if I cried because I lost the love of my life, or because I was so afraid of what was I going to do? How was I going to provide for my children? And I realized one day that, the only one that could have resolved my life was not in this world anymore. So I had to get up and I had to do something. And I was so blessed to find, I call him like a little angel that God sent me. And I was for a few months, and I was searching. What was I going to do, because I had one thing very clear, and it was the fact that I wanted to be a present and available mom. That was the most important thing to me. And I was not willing to let a babysitter, live the most precious moments with my children. So on the other hand, I also had to provide. So how do you do those two? How do you balance it? And through this angel, a friend, I discovered a way that I could start working from home. I didn't have to make a huge investment to get that business started, which to me was wonderful, because I had started a traditional business and lost all my savings in that because I had no experience. And that's how I started in this journey. And it's been 13 amazing years of learning how to develop this business, but also helping others. And I love what I do. Love. It's called Empire of Wellness. That's just my personal LLC. I represent an amazing company that has been established for 35 years. But I think the part that I enjoy the most is I do help people have a healthier lifestyle, but I help a lot of people build a business working from home, build something that can be reliable. And for me, it changed my life. No college degree, no work experience, and I've been able to, for the past 11 years, I've been able to make a 6-figure income for a widow with no college degree. That is huge, Dr. Nancy.
Sophia, that is so amazing. And the takeaways from just that story alone is you didn't let fear paralyze you in the midst of devastation. And let me just be clear, pain is very real, and you go through all of those stages of grief, but then you get it together, and you did just that. So you didn't let fear paralyze you, and then you persevered, and then you overcame, and then you developed your organization, a master of your craft.
Yes.
But it didn't stop there.
Oh, no. I think that I think adversity, it's almost like an invitation to create something, It's when you really get to discover what are you made of and who you are. And to me, even though I know it's going to sound really cold, to me, losing my husband allowed me to be born as an entrepreneur, discover that there was a woman inside of me capable of doing so much. And I love that. Even though it came from such a horrible, tragic situation, it's been so amazing to discover that side of me. Actually, my oldest daughter one day told me, Mom, if God wanted your world to be resolved, my dad will still be alive, And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, you had a greater purpose in this life. And I agree. And I love that. And in that journey of first of all, trying to find a way to gain the stability, financial stability again, my personal financial stability, I was able to learn how to help a lot of people have control over their life, their time, and their finances. And I love helping just the regular person, maybe even a mom, maybe a single mom, especially who might think I don't have a lot of options. I have to settle for a job. I have to settle for whatever. I'm not the person to settle. And I love to have something where I can say, if you're ready to change your life, I'm here, and we can work belly to belly and help him create something amazing. And that's what I've been doing for the past 13 years.
And you certainly have. I mean, really, here at Dr. Nancy News Radio Talk Show, we talk about the importance of having great mentors and being a great mentee, being able to take that constructive criticism and grow and evolve. And I do believe that, your Empire of Wellness organization afforded you a great mentor. Many.
Yes. Actually, in that industry, I've met so many people who have built amazing businesses, or people who are millionaires and have all this experience. But one thing that I've realized is they're human beings that are willing to give back and pay it forward. And that started coming to me as I met all these successful people and mentors. I realized that they were finding a way to give it forward. And in the middle of that, back in 2015, I think I discovered my calling. I was doing a training in Mexico City for about 4,000 people. And I was teaching them how to make phone calls, which is, nothing emotional. It's just a simple activity in my business. But I called it the power of a phone call. And when I was ending my training, I like to move emotions when I'm closing my trainings. And I remember telling that audience, imagine if that person who called me and showed me this business wouldn't have done it, or would have forgotten to call me, or would have been too afraid to call me. Where would my life be? And back then, Dr. Nancy, without a business degree, I was reaching my first $1 million in cumulative earnings. And I was, in front of that stage. And I remember just telling them, the most important thing that be willing to start my business and just living that process and paying the price, if you want to see it that way, has done for me is that I was able to be that available mom and present mom, that I haven't missed any moments, that my kids may not have a dad, but they've had their mom there for them, every time they've needed me. And most importantly, I made my husband a promise. I told him, even when you're not with us, I'm going to make sure the kids and I are okay. And keeping that promise, it's huge to me. Well, as I was going down the stage, because it was a huge place, and as I was walking to my seat, I was able to receive a gift, and that gift was a standing ovation from that audience. And I'm never going to forget that moment, because I felt a little voice inside of me saying, I lift you up not only to make money, I lift you up so you could help others. And that was the moment where Creando Alianzas was born. I didn't know what it was going to be called. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew that I had to give back in a greater way. It couldn't be just of my business. And of course, I'm competitive. I'm still building my business. I believe in reaching new goals, and I love to be growing and creating all the time. But I was able to establish back in 2019. I was able to establish a Latina women entrepreneur platform, which every women entrepreneur is welcome, of course, and we're very blessed to have Dr. Nancy there. That's how we met. But it's been so amazing, because Creando Alianzas brings all these women together. It doesn't matter which business you represent. We're all amazing, and we're all have the ability to shine and to teach and to share and to create. And when you bring strengths and contribute, oh my gosh, magic happens.
Well, it's so true. When I moved here from Philadelphia, just outside of Philadelphia, and embarked on Arizona, I needed to feel connected. And being a young entrepreneur, I came across you. It was recommended through, my co-host, Gloria Guerrara, and I came out and my world was forever changed just in the one visit that I had. I felt so welcomed. I felt like I was a part of a sisterhood already, a fellowship. I felt celebrated, wanted, and needed.
Yes.
All in the same sense. I just knew that I wanted to join and come back and be a part of it. And yeah, we have grown together, and the businesses have grown. I've met a lot of people. We've impacted a lot of individual lives. It's just such a great network. And not all networks are created the same. And you have certain mission statements, core values that you instill in every member that comes aboard. Tell me about a few of those, because they're very important.
Yes, especially, women, we're amazing, but we can be a little conflicting sometimes, So first thing when you come into our meetings is I do have those core values, and I read them. And I make everyone agree to them. and that has been amazing. The first one is no ego is allowed in our meetings. I believe that ego hurts a lot of people. When you think that you're the best one in what you do and you're the only one who knows, it's the moment that you stop learning, and we should never stop learning. There's always something to learn, right? And when we're humble enough to know that anyone can teach us a lesson, because we've all gone through different experiences. So I believe a lot in no ego. I actually joke around and say, hey, if you want to pick it up when you're out, you may. But I agree. I believe that we shouldn't. Also, no competition. We're all great. We're all amazing. And I think that you earn your place and you earn your customer base for the services that you provide, for how professional you are, for the trust that they can see that they can trust you, for who you are. So I don't believe in competition. I believe that everybody has their own blessing, and there's so many people that can become your customers, so you're not losing anything. I believe in people contributing. So we are a platform where we all come and contribute. I actually say we come here to give first, not to sell, because a lot of networking platforms is about how can I sell something. When you come with that mentality, then you come to take. And I believe in the mentality of come and give first, and I'm a believer, so I say let God bless you and surprise you, with the results. So when we're all with that understanding, integrity, being open to share and being respectful to one another, and giving that positive feedback. If it's needed, because sometimes someone just needs you to listen to them, not for you to say what to do or resolve it, right? So I think it's been an amazing journey. We all learn from each other. What I love about Creando Alianzas is we have women entrepreneurs who barely started, who have no experience at all, who are barely learning how to become entrepreneurs, and then we have talented and amazing women like Dr. Nancy, who bring all their experience. Even though you were new in the entrepreneur side of things, your experience, it's just amazing to be able to come talk to you and learn from all that knowledge that you have. I mean, how humble you are. I have to say, like we can connect with you. We can learn from you, and that's so valuable to everyone in the platform. Right now, we're about 100 women. And it's been amazing, and to me that's my way to pay forward, because sometimes I'm the one teaching. I've been a business coach for 13 years now, so yeah, I've learned a lot of things that can help. But then we bring experts. We even have a mastermind group where actually Dr. Nancy is there, and even we went through a horrible pandemic. When we look back and reflected on 2020 in January, oh my gosh, Dr. Nancy, that was
so many
powerful.
blessings.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We realized that what 2020, what pandemic, what happened, we didn't stop. We kept going, and we reached goals, and we came out of 2020 as horrible as this year has been, successful and stronger than ever, and we learned to reinvent ourselves, and we learned to do challenge ourselves to do more and give more, which I think it's amazing.
That's exactly right. And surround yourself with like-minded individuals that keep you going and motivated. I mean, it's so important
Yes.
in our journey along the way, particularly, being of faith and being a believer and knowing that there is so much work to be done out there, and being available and present and being still to be able to be a great listener are all key components to a healthy, thriving community. And that's what Sofia stands for. Now listen, we are out of time for this one segment, but we are going to come back and learn more about what Sofia is doing in the community and how you can be a part of it as well. Remember, it's not only what Dr. Nancy knows, but it's who she knows. She'll be right back.
You're listening to Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. Ask your questions now. Dr. Nancy is listening.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy. Welcome to our clinics. We believe that personalized care and relationship building are the basis of improving health outcomes. At Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, you gain healthcare providers who take the time to understand your health goals and find solutions. We offer optional medical memberships, giving you peace of mind and quality care. We provide both medical and aesthetic services in 2 Arizona locations. We practice the highest standards of patient care. We respect patients' rights. We safeguard patient confidences. We treat patients with compassion. You are invited to call the office to schedule an appointment or online at a time that is convenient for you. Call to schedule 480-669-6452 or visit our website at drnanciesintegrativemedicine.com. Are you a business owner looking for ways to invest in your staff's health? Their well-being is key to a long-lasting employment life. NG Care's healthcare membership packages allow you to leverage pre-tax dollars in applicable tax health incentives. Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy of Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, introducing NG Care's healthcare membership packages to include primary care and injury office visits, management of acute and chronic disease, 24/7 telehealth services, preventative care, labs, immunizations, and chiropractic office visits. You receive discounts on diagnostics and services offered at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine as a preferred member. Combine this with paycheck protection plans such as accident, short-term disability, hospital bridge, and a life insurance is priceless. 2 plans to choose from, Elite and or Pro. Packages starting at as low as $225 a month. Remember, NG cares about you. For more information, you can go to ngcares.com or call us today at 480-669-6452.
You're listening to Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. Ask your questions now. Dr. Nancy is listening.
Welcome back. We have Sofia Mariscales here, and she is sprinkling some nuggets of her life's experience with us today. How privileged and grateful we are. This woman is so amazing. And if you are not tuned in, shame on you. But you know what? If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot. But there is so much more to offer right now. And we just want to pick up where we left off with, your journey, your legacy that you wish to leave behind. I mean, no doubt you must be proud of what you've done thus far, and you're representing. Your children are looking up to you, and they are following what you've instilled in those core values and the dedication and the promise that you made to your children when you became a widow.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Nancy, you're gonna make me cry. Since I lost my husband, it's been so important to me to be the example. To be able to show my kids that it doesn't matter what life throws you. You're able to get up and keep going and overcome. And I see my kids now. They're 22, they're 17, and they're 15. And oh my gosh, I'm so proud. I couldn't be more proud just to see how much they've grown and they've learned. Sometimes you think, are they really listening? Are they really paying attention to what I'm teaching them? But my daughter, 22-year-old, and she is a general manager at one of the EO's branches. And she started from front desk, and in just 3 years, you know, she's done so many amazing things. My boy, he's 17, and he sees the sister working, and of course he wants to go and produce as well. And my 15-year-old straight A student, I mean, it's just amazing what happens when you're setting the example. I believe in, you know, words. Yeah, it's good to talk to them, but it's better to do and show them. So I believe in that. To me, when I look at my businesses and I think about legacy, I think the most important thing that I want to help people do or leave behind is showing anyone who maybe is not dreaming, maybe has been hurt, maybe life has, you know, you've had to experience something difficult. Just show them that you are capable and that you can change your life regardless. You know, sometimes I mention this, but I'm glad I didn't suicide. I committed suicide after losing my husband. He was the love of my life. So that, to me, you know, having 3 kids, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have left them, right? Because they were my world. But also, I'm proud that I was willing to take the risk of starting a business instead of going for a job. And I respect whoever goes for a job, but that's my main mission in life, is to help whoever wants to do more with their life to do it. And that's what I do through Empire of Wellness. You know, sometimes you're a professional and you love your profession, but you're spending more time there with your family. So what good it is if you're missing out. Sometimes you may be a single mom and working 2 jobs. And what if we can teach you to start your own business without investing and using, you know, just some of that time to create something better for the future of your children? And I mean, that moves me. So if I can help anyone leave the, you know, just the corporate world and be an entrepreneur and dream big, because to teach you that you're capable, that to me is amazing. But now with Creando Alianzas, my main purpose is, there's been people in my journey that have pushed me to do more and to give more. And there's been people who have seen the potential in me and said, hey, I want you to go do a training in front of 1,000 people. And I was like, what? Me? How? Are you going to tell me what to say? And because that person believed in me, I was willing to do it. And I've not only done it in front of 1,000, I've done it in front of 15,000 people. And I can do that. You know, I can do more because someone believed. So I think that Creando Alianzas gives us that opportunity where we push each other, where we're encouraged by what we see other achieving who maybe have, you know, are a little bit more advanced in their entrepreneurial journey. So that's the legacy I want to leave behind. If I can help a lot of women and men too, but I have a heart for women, of course, being a single woman, I know how difficult that can be. So if I can plant the seed of you becoming an entrepreneur, of you having control of your time, of you making more income and not settling, you know, I'm there and I'm willing to help you. And if I can help new entrepreneurs and bring the ones that are established and they have the experience to come and teach, to come and share what got them there, and to have these new entrepreneurs and be able to equip them, because that's what we're doing, Creando Alianzas. I go find experts that come and teach us all, you know, how we can continue improving and getting better. So I love to learn. I love to help. I just enjoy that.
That's well said. Exactly. So Sofia's platforms are multicultural, and
Yes.
English and Spanish chapters. You know, the takeaway from all of that is, be a risk taker. Step outside of your comfort zone and trust and believe in what it is that you want to do, because dreams do come true if you believe. And yes, single women, single mothers, women, don't give up. Really, surround yourself with individuals that you're like-minded. And so Sofia and I connected immediately.
It's all about alignment, core values, what you stand for, and cultivating that gut feeling, that small, still voice. It takes time to cultivate that, and you want to be around individuals that help you cultivate that as well. And again, Creando Alliances Network does just that for seasoned individuals and new ones as well. You're exactly right. Awesome. So tell us how individuals can get in touch with your platform to seek out more knowledge and understanding and be a part of this amazing thing that you're doing.
Of course. So first of all, if you're trying to become an entrepreneur, that's where I can help you with Empire of Wellness. So I know you probably can get my phone number from the screen, but if you're looking for something like that, or if you're a professional discontent, if you're like, it's time for a change, I can definitely help you with that. And I've mentored over 200 people and help them build a very successful business with the advantage of the time freedom and working from home, which it's amazing, let me tell you. Now with the pandemic, I think a lot of us are experiencing that, and how can you ever go back to an office, right?
Exactly
I know
right.
you have to, Dr. Nancy, but I love working from home. I love to be in my PJs and just look nice from the waist up. I love that. But with Creando Alianzas, if you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter if you just started your business, but if it's, I always like to say, the journey to success, it's a difficult one. And there is so much competition. And sometimes our environment, sometimes our family members, our friends, they may not be entrepreneurs. So it may even be a little discouraging. They may look at you like weird, like, oh my gosh, who do you think you are? You think you're more than us? Or I don't know. But I've learned that it can be a little difficult. So what we're doing with Creando Alianzas is creating an environment, a true sisterhood among entrepreneurs, where we can share, where we can come and have that social aspect, but also have that a place where we can continue learning from each other, because we all share what works for us, what's made us better, and also have a place where you can come and promote yourself. So it's a great place where you can be positioning yourself, as the trusted person in the category of your services or products. So if you are an entrepreneur and you would like to learn more about our platform, we're local here in Phoenix, Arizona, but we also have a virtual platform. Currently, our virtual platform it's Spanish only. Here in Arizona, we do have bilingual events. So if it's something that interests you, you can call me. I'll make sure to do an introduction directly. I would love to show you my vision, what I've been able to do, how the platform works. But being in a business of marketing for 13 years now, so doing marketing for 13 years, I've been around networking events. I've been event through event, and sometimes when I go to an event, I felt it a little cold. I felt it like, okay, you listen to the speaker and you do a 30-second commercial and go and talk to whoever you want and leave and pay so much money, right? I didn't fit in that kind of environment. And then I would go to another event and then I would be like, oh my gosh, this part was so amazing. But I didn't like this. And I would go to another one. And I remember back in 2012, I thought, hey, if I could make something where I could bring together all the things that I liked and that have worked for me to actually produce me results, how cool would that be? And that's what I did with Creando Alianzas. We have different events. We have the intimate ones, the ones where there's only 10, 15 women, and you get to do more private conversation and just connect a little more. But we have our quarterly events, one where it's a fun evening with your entrepreneur friends, but we still promote each other, or promote our businesses, and we still have fun and we still learn. So it's a little bit of everything. And then we have the very formal events, right? And I mean, it's just, and then we have the ones where we just meet as members, so you can continue learning of where we're going with the platform, but also who is in Creando Alianzas, and we all have the same mindset of, hey, let's buy from each other, let's refer each other, let's see how we can help each other out. So it's a little bit of everything, but at the end of the day, I think the connecting part is really powerful in our platform. It's very personal.
It really is. It really is. And You know, Sophia has reinvented herself, and amidst this COVID pandemic, she's taken her platform from chapters that were held in person throughout the valley to virtual platforms that are in several states already, and she's aspiring to grow that platform all virtually. Even more in the future as we speak. So, in eternal entrepreneurial, wanting to give back, meet the needs of many women, help build their businesses, and connect on a level that's a sisterhood with good core values. And again, it doesn't matter that we meet in person. You don't always have to connect personally. And these are trying times. And again, I speak on how resilient the human race is. Where there is a will, there is a way. And to find a connection and unite is the greatest thing that you can have, is having good fellowship, information, connections that last a lifetime. So really, well done, Sophia.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Dr. Nancy.
So happy to have you on the show, and you are going to stay for our last segment here, increase your awareness, thereby boosting your health and wealth segment.
Your awareness, thereby increasing your health and wealth.
And you know all too well on tips on how to boost your health and or wealth, because you exemplify both areas.
Correct.
And you, our viewers and listeners today, regarding these things.
Yeah. Let me tell you that first you think you're so young, and then you hit 40 and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not so young anymore. So in order to be successful entrepreneurs, we have to take care of ourselves first. So I do believe in supplementing ourselves and eating healthy. I always like to say I have the best vitamins on earth, and that's what allows me to be awake at 1 a.m. in the morning when my kids are in the kitchen. But wake up at 6 in the morning when I have to go and take the youngest one to school. So to me, taking care of myself first, invest in yourself. I'm not telling you which brand of vitamins to use, but take care of yourself, because in my situation, I learned 14 years ago that I was all my kids had, so I couldn't play around with that. And I think just doing something that contributes to your lifestyle, creating those healthy habits with eating healthy, with removing toxins from your homes. And that's in the industry that I'm at, creating that awareness of live, non-toxic with non-toxic products, and use products that are actually going to help you have a healthier lifestyle. But if I go to the wealth tip, I want to tell you something. When I lost my husband, I learned a big lesson, and that big lesson was never rely on one source of income. And sadly, my husband was my only source of income, and sad to see it that way, right? But I was left. We were so young. We didn't have life insurance, so I was like at zero with 3 kids that I had to support. Today, I believe that if you can invest in real estate, that is a great passive income. If you can have a conventional business, amazing. I do with Creando Alianzas, but I don't know if the pandemic taught you something or showed you something, but it taught me that Creando Alianzas basically went to zero income during the pandemic. I couldn't do events, right? So for me, having that third source of income that creates passive income has been amazing for the past 13 years. So I would encourage you to look into reliable ways where you're not only depending on a job, because a job is not always completely secure. What can you do to add those sources of income, and of course that add to your mission? Because what I've done is everything that I do, it's adding to making just my vision bigger and living my mission every day.
Awesome, Sophia. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Thank you so much. So listen, everyone, I do want to tell you, I just want to leave you with some words of wisdom, and it goes so fitting for the show today. You'd be surprised who's watching your journey and being inspired by it, so don't quit, okay? And then our guest for next week's show is Dr. Christopher Condon, and he's from Alley Spine Center. He will be with us next week. We've had a wonderful show, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I hope that you tune in every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. It's been a pleasure having my guest here today and having you be a part of it as well. Remember, it's not only what Dr. Nancy knows, it's who she knows. And we'll talk to you next week. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful week.
Optimal health requires you to perform at your peak potential. Start today. Be the change you wish to see in the world. This was Dr. Nancy Knows. Thank you for connecting. We're waiting for you on our next broadcast here at EMR, E Motion Radio.